Good evening, everyone. It is me, Diane Shreve, once again coming to you through the interwebs via this Drew Carey's Improv-A-Ganza unofficial channel. It is 1:45, and I have a bit of a crackly throat, so I do apologize. And I am stumbling and making stupid, silly mistakes here and there, I've been noticing. But I am human, and I'm not going off of a script or anything. I'm just talking off the top of my head. So, please do bear with me, and I appreciate and thank you for being here and listening to these. Once more, I hope that you're enjoying them, and that they are being kind of fun to listen to. There's only just the 3 more to get through. And for you people who've been wanting to say, hey, where's the review with Ryan and Colin? Last show, babies. So, stay tuned. Anyway, this is the 7th video, I do believe. And this is the review of the 5th show that I was at. The later show of January 15th, 2011. The cast consisted of Ryan Stiles, Greg Proops, Jeff B. Davis, Drew Carey, Kathy Kinney, and Chip Eston. The first game was freeze tag, as always. The second game was New Choice with Ryan and Drew, and they were yacht brokers. Well, Drew was a yacht broker, and Ryan wanted to buy a yacht. And that New Choice was particularly great. I do remember. Ryan was... Ryan Stiles, as you all know, is probably one of the best improvisers of all time, if not the best. And he was on fire for that particular game. And I'm not going to go into more details, but I will just say that hats off to Ryan Stiles for that particular game. The third game was a song to an audience member. It was sung by Chip and Jeff, and it was done in the style of a Broadway musical. The fourth game was again options, and it had Kathy and Greg, and they were at an aquarium. And I remember that particular one laughing a lot as well. The later shows I remember more. I have the worst memory ever. And so when you go to 7 shows in a row, if you ever go to 7 shows in a row, you will realize that unless you take a lot of notes or you have a really good memory, it's hard to remember exactly what was played and what was said and done. All you remember is having a really good time and walking away feeling like you're on cloud 9 because you laughed so much and the laughing released endorphins and maybe you had a drink and everything is grand. That's what you remember. You don't exactly remember verbatim what was said unless you take a lot of notes, and I don't because I'm too busy enjoying the shows. Anyway, but I do remember that one being particularly good as well. This was probably one of the better shows, I do believe. This one in particular. Yes, the game after that was Question This, again taking place of Jeopardy. It had everyone but Jeff. Jeff doesn't like playing Question This, I don't think. He sat out a lot of them, though he's often very good when he does play it. He's very good. He has some good memorable characters that he likes to do. The sixth game was with Ryan and Greg. It was Bob's Call again, and it was about bathing suits. Yes, that game was hilarious. For people who like innuendo, it was full of innuendo. And again, Bob Durkash, my hat's off to him as well. stand-up round of applause for Bob, who is the musician in all the shows, and he did very well with that one as well. They all did. They all do great for every game. What am I talking about? The seventh show. I said it again. I said show again. The seventh game was moving people once more, which they say moving bodies. I like saying people. I just know it as moving people. Which had Kathy and Jeff at an amusement park. Then the eighth game was forward reverse. And again, I love forward reverse. With Drew and Chip, and it was for the Revolutionary War. And I remember laughing a lot because it was very similar to the other forward reverse that Drew and Chip had played the prior night. But I still love forward reverse. The ninth game was sound effects yet again, with Ryan and Kathy, and they were ranchers. And then the last game they played was sentences. No, it wasn't the last game. I lied. It was the second to last game, and it was sentences. With Drew and Greg, with the soap opera, Oh My, Why Not? And then the very last was Greatest Hits, with Ryan and Greg doing the selling, and Chip and Jeff doing the singing. And I will have to say that for Greatest Hits, those are my two favorite groups for each one. I like Ryan and Greg being the people who are selling, and I think Chip and Jeff, again, they are so strong as singers, and especially have been working together for so long now, that they harmonize in the way they interact with one another. Chip and Jeff are just so much fun to watch. I know there's a lot of people who don't even, might not care so much for Chip and Jeff. And I ask you to please pay more attention to them because they are both stupendously talented. They're very underrated. And Greg and Ryan, words needn't be said for how delightful it is to watch them do their thing. Anyway, they did songs of The Bank Manager, and the styles were 60s funk, German cabaret, 70s R&B, and another 80s song. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my 5th show review. There's just 2 more to do. Just 2 more. And then that is all for right now. So please tune in to my next video. And again, I thank you for listening to these, and I hope you're enjoying them. Peace out.